If this video found you, it's because you are ready for a change. This is your sign to start now. Take the next 15 minutes to watch this video because I'll share the exact 5 steps I used to transform my life and become a wealthier, healthier, and happier version of myself. I promise you that if you follow these steps, you'll see a massive transformation in your life in just 3 months. You'll be surprised how quickly your life will change once you commit to reinventing yourself.
Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur. In this channel, I talk about personal growth in a very practical way to help you create a real change in your life. If that resonates with you, subscribe for more videos on creating a life you love and join this amazing community of like-minded people striving to build a wealthier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Also, check out my social media for daily inspiration and interactions as well. This video is part of the New Year, New Life series. We already did our 2025 reset and resolutions together, and today I'm sharing a practical guide on how to reinvent your life in the next 3 months. This isn't just another how to change your life video. This video is a call to action. This is the sign you were waiting for and the plan you so badly needed to make that change happen in your life. Whatever that change is for you, following this framework will completely change the direction of your life, but only if you take action now. You know, if you want this year to be different, you need to stop procrastinating and start prioritizing your goals in your daily life. Speaking from experience, my life only started to change when I started making decisions that aligned my actions with my goals. Like right now, will you watch this video until the end and apply what you learn? Or are you going to let distractions pull you away from your goals? Small decisions like this compound and they lead to a completely different reality in the future. I know all this can sound a little abstract and complex, but don't you worry, I've simplified the process into 5 actionable steps. And I promise you that following these 5 steps is going to absolutely transform your life. 3 months from now, you're going to look back and say that this was the turning point in your life. And in 12 months from now, you're not gonna even recognize yourself. Without further ado, these are the 5 steps you need to take to reinvent your life. Step number 1 is to get clarity on where you are. To make this process even simpler to understand, I'm going to use an analogy in this video. So let's suppose we're going on a trip. The first thing you need to know is where you are. And when we talk about our lives, I like to map out where I am, considering the different areas of life. For that, I like to use the Wheel of Life exercise. I like to start by rating each area of my life from 1 to 5, and then I reflect on why I gave it that score. What are the good things about that area of life, and what are the things that I want to improve? And here the key is to be very honest with yourself. If you want to have more clarity on where you are in life, I highly recommend that you do the exercises I shared in the 2025 reset video. In addition to the Wheel of Life exercise, there's also journaling prompts that will help you gain clarity on your life, and also the Start, Stop, Continue exercise that will help you map out the habits, actions, everything in your life that you need to start, stop, or continue doing. You can get my 2025 Reset and Resolutions Notion template for free using the link in the description below. Step number 2 is to define where you want to go. Going back to our travel analogy there, the second thing you need to know is your destination. For that, I recommend that you watch my 2025 resolutions video because there I guide you through these exercises in more detail. You can use my 2025 resolutions template to describe exactly where you want to go. I like to set goals looking at the 3 main areas of life: wealth, health, and relationships. The key here is to get clarity on what the destination looks like. What does your bank account look like? What does the body of your dreams look like? What does your relationship look like? And you know, it took me so long to be honest with myself about what my dream life looked like. And to be honest, that was because of fears. There's this quote that I love: too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. fear is the number one thing that stops us from going towards our dreams. Our brains are wired in a way to keep us in the old familiar ways. Even if we know in our minds that new things are going to be better, our brains are still going to prefer staying in our old ways. Okay, so once you get over that fear and you start being honest with yourself about what actually you want to create in your life, this is when getting obsessed about your vision and about your goals becomes super important. Why settling for an average life when you can go and build your dream life? The reason why most people settle for an average life is because they fear that if they go for their dream life, they're going to fail. But the biggest failure is not trying. For each area of your life, set goals and create a vision to keep you motivated to keep working towards your goals. Definitely do all the exercises from my 2025 resolutions template, because that's gonna give you so much clarity into what success looks like for you in 2025. Once you have clarity on that, you can break down into what you can achieve in the next 3 months. Step number 3 is to plan your 3-month journey. So going back to our trip analogy, once we have our location and our destination, then we can plan our route. And the way that you do this for your life to go from where you are to where you want to be is by building habits. Because if you have a big enough goal, it will probably take more than 1 or 2 actions for you to achieve that goal. In general, it takes a lot of repetitions, and when you repeat an action enough times, it does become a habit. So you need to break down your yearly goals into daily habits. So review your 2025 resolutions and break down each yearly goal that you have into daily habits. I like to brainstorm here and think about habits that I want to build and the habits that I want to break. Eliminating bad habits is just as important as incorporating good habits. This is the most important part so far. You're basically breaking down what is it that you're committing to for the next 90 days. I suggest that you break it down into 3 30-day periods and set up to 10 habits to work on during that time. The reason why I suggest that you break it down into 1 month-long period is to give you time to develop these habits. You can start small, start where you are, and you build up as you go. And so the number one thing you need to do is to download this habit tracker now. You can get it for free in the link in the description below. I'm going to send you this tracker and also videos to support you in creating good habits. And if you don't have full clarity on step number 1 and step number 2, the number one habit you need to incorporate is time for reflection. I suggest that include this habit in your first 30 days and commit to doing it maybe twice or 3 times a week. Basically, what you're going to do is to dedicate maybe 20 or 30 minutes of your time to reflecting and doing the exercises in the 2025 reset and resolutions video. If you're only taking one thing from this video, it has to be to download this habit tracker and start building good habits. Because the most important thing is that you start now. Start with something that you think is really simple, and then you can build up from there. To keep yourself motivated and accountable, keep this habit tracker somewhere you can see every day and commit to reviewing it every morning to set the intentions for the day and plan when you're going to do the habits, and every night to review and celebrate your progress. An extra idea to keep you motivated is to set a reward. It can be something super simple like taking yourself out on a coffee date, buying yourself flowers, or even doing something fun with a friend. Another idea is to get a friend to join you on this 90-day challenge, and at the end of every 30-day period, you get to do something fun together. I really can't emphasize how important it is for you to have a plan like this, because I see so many people are working on themselves, but they don't have anything physical in their environment to keep them accountable. So they either end up being distracted or doing some of the work, but either way, they don't realize the work that they're putting in, and they don't recognize themselves for all the things that they are currently doing. So that leaves them feeling like they're stuck, when in reality they are progressing a little bit, they are putting in the work, but they are not seeing the results yet. And that is because results do take time to appear. Step number 4 is to manage your focus. So going back to our travel analogy there, when you're traveling, you're not gonna be exactly going in the direction of your destination. You're going to be going in all directions, but always course correcting to get to your destination. It isn't about staying perfectly on track with your goals. It is about adjusting your actions daily to get you closer and closer to your goals. So instead of focusing on the results you want, the weight you want to lose, or the money you want to save, focus on the actions, on what you're actually doing for achieving that goal. And you know, life is about constant movement, and every action that we take either takes us closer to our goals or further away from them. And we tend to underestimate the impact that the small steps that we take daily have on the grand picture. On the other hand, we overestimate the impact that a big change will have in our lives. As an example, people generally think that if they win the lottery, their life is going to completely change. And that may be true for a while, but if they don't change their spending habits, they are going to end up in the same place. And some people think that if they get surgery and lose all the weight, their life is going to completely change. And that may be true for a while, but if they keep the same eating habits, they are going to end up in the same place in a couple of years. And that is because habits compound. So you need to be very aware of the habits that you're building and really focus on changing those habits. Because by changing those habits, you're going to completely change the reality of your life. So the focus here is to repeat those actions as much as you can so they become habits. Step number 5 is to manage your energy. Our energy is like the fuel to our car. If we don't have enough energy, if we don't have enough fuel, we're not gonna move anywhere. And in reality, what happens is that sometimes we use our energy, our fuel, to go in a different direction. As I mentioned, each action that we take either takes us closer or further away from our goals. To move closer to our goals, we want to eliminate the things that we spend energy on that takes us further away from our goals. So I highly recommend that you take some time to identify what are the activities, what are the things that are draining your energy, and what are the things that are boosting your energy. And these could be scrolling on social media, binge watching TV series, eating junk food, drinking alcohol, or even spending time with negative people who are just draining your energy, bringing too much criticism into your life, and just being negative about anything you want to do. So you really want to eliminate or at least reduce the amount of energy that you give to those activities and people. You can just tell them that you're really busy with a project, that it is very important for you, so you're really focused on it, but if they need your help, they can call you, and you look forward to catching up with them in the future when you're done with your project. There's no need for drama or telling them you're negative, get out of my life, you know. And also identify your energy boosters. And those are the activities and people that make you feel alive, excited, motivated, inspired. So you really want to dedicate more time to those activities, whether it is listening to music, going for walks, or even journaling, whatever sparks joy in your heart. And you want to surround yourself with those people, whether they are coaches, mentors, or even the people that you meet at the gym, in your class. And even review your social media to ensure that it is a positive environment that really brings you energy and sparks joy and inspiration, rather than making you feel guilty and overwhelmed for being who you are and doing what you're doing. Bonus points for you if you can identify ways that you can replace these things that suck your energy with things that give you energy. For example, you can replace the time that you spend on social media maybe with reading something inspiring or even doing some creative project. If you're part of the top 10% still watching this video, I have an invitation for you. I left this message for the end of the video because I want to talk to you personally. I know you tried changing things in your life before, and maybe it worked for some extent, but I know you can get so much further ahead if you get the right support. So I have a special invitation for you. If you want daily motivation and accountability to stay on track with your goals, I want to invite you to check out the Life Mastery Club. The Life Mastery Club is a community for like-minded people who are striving to create a wealthier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. If you're looking to build healthier habits and stay more consistent with your productive routine so you can actually master the different areas of your life, make sure to join the waiting list for the Life Mastery Club. That way, you're gonna be the first to know when I open the club for new members. We also do monthly masterclasses and challenges so we can focus on improving one area of life. For example, one month we might be focusing on finances, the next month fitness, and then healthy eating, or even digital detox. Also, every month I do one-to-one check-ins with the members to see where they're at so I can offer more support for them to overcome the challenges they're facing and achieve their goals faster. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely make sure to check out the Life Mastery Club and join the waiting list. If you're still watching, it means you're enjoying this video, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so you don't miss my next upload. And if you're serious about creating a big change in your life, definitely make sure to watch this video next. I hope to see you there. Bye!